From Mansfield, Ohio, you're watching WMFD Television, Channel 68.1. Serving all of North Central Ohio on TV, internet, and mobile devices. This is WMFD Mansfield.
Tony and Shelley every weekday morning. Greg Campbell while you work. Katie Wilkins on the drive home. Adam Thompson on Flashback Nights.
Mix 106.1.
Hey, you're watching Senior Living. I'm Doug Baker, and I thank you so much for being here. We love to have you. We're delighted that you're here. Basically, what we're doing is a program tonight that's going to tie into everybody, not just you seniors. We're talking to everybody in the world. How about that? Because we have a great program, a great cause that's really going to take place right here in Mansfield, Ohio at AMVETS Post 26, right here on West 4th Street. But in the meantime, I've got two experts from Resurrections of Foundation Living Foundations.
Resurrecting Lives Foundation.
Resurrecting Lives Foundation.
Yeah.
And that's Connie Village.
Yeah.
Hi, Connie.
Hi.
Hey, thank you very much for being here. You're an attorney from Cincinnati.
Yeah, I am, and it's great to be here, Doug.
Hey,
Thank you.
Tell us just quickly about your role in all of this.
Well, I spent 8 years on active duty in the Air Force, served in support of Operation Desert Storm and Desert Shield, and previously spent about 6 years in the Ohio legislature. And in January, I joined the board of the Resurrecting Lives Foundation. It's a wonderful organization because we help the people in the military that need our help the most, the veterans who have traumatic brain injury. That's the signature wound of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they need our help, and that's all we do. It's a very narrow mission.
How did you get involved in all of this?
Well, in the legislature, I was the ranking member on the Veterans Affairs Committee, and I sponsored quite a few bills to help our military community, both our active duty, reserve guard, and their families. And that caught the attention of the executive director of the Resurrecting Lives Foundation. And when I finished my last term in December, she invited me to join the board in January.
Well, great. You know, we thank you very, very much for not only your service to this great country of ours, the United States of America, but what you're doing now.
Well, it's my pleasure. And let me tell you, there are, we talk about, everybody wants to talk about helping veterans. We all say it, but Resurrecting Lives is actually doing it. Yeah. And we know that those who have traumatic brain injury need extra help. They struggle more than other veterans do when they're trying to readjust to civilian life after serving in combat. They can have post-traumatic stress, they can have depression, substance abuse, they have trouble keeping a job or getting a job, homelessness, all these problems. But if we can help them treat their injury and get them to work, we can change not just their lives, but every member of their family and the member of the community in which they live. Okay,
now this foundation is all over Ohio, correct?
Yes, we are based in the Columbus area, but we work everywhere in Ohio. And, you know, there are 15,000 veterans in Ohio that have traumatic brain injury.
Whoa, 15,000.
Yeah, and 400,000 nationwide. It is the signature wound of the war. And very few people are well-versed enough in how to handle it. And we need to do everything we can to make sure we help them treat their injury, get past it, and move on into their civilian lives.
Eric, you're the Director of Operations.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get involved in all of this?
I was actually working with disabled veterans through the local chapter for the Marine Corps here, assisting with you know, their movement from Camp Lejeune and places like that as they come out here to the state out in Ohio. Captain Zerk, who works with the Marine Corps, had asked me to go and speak with Dr. Chris Ann Gordon because she was doing some really great things for veterans with traumatic brain injury. So I went out to the hospital where she works and sat down and spoke with her, and she started talking about how these veterans with traumatic brain injury, and I had actually suffered a traumatic brain injury myself, so I could kind of understand exactly where she was coming from. And she asked me to come on board. She wanted me to start assisting with this new project that we have that's coming up. It's called the Employment Pilot Program. And I told her, sure, I'd love to get involved. But the Fort Bragg pilot and program that we have going on right now, that's going to be kicking off here towards the end of the month, where we're working actually with Cardinal Health, where we're going to start literally assisting veterans with traumatic brain injuries, along others, but mainly veterans with traumatic brain injuries, relocate from Fort Bragg to Cardinal Health, so that they can actually become employed with Cardinal Health and start an actual job with them. So it's pretty exciting stuff that we're doing right now.
Wow, I believe so. That's
Yes,
rather
sir.
extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty groundbreaking in the fact that a lot of the veterans that I saw while I was out working with Captain Dirk, things like that, or assisting, volunteering with Captain Dirk, is that a lot of these veterans, they lose a lot of that direction, especially being young and being so used to working in the military where they're kind of guided all the time. They come out here and they kind of get lost a little bit. They just need that little bit of direction. A little bit of focus, so they can get out there and get back into what they want to do, and that's have a job, be employed,
Sure.
be productive.
You're watching Senior Living. By the way, I'm Doug Thaker. We're talking about Resurrecting Lives Foundation, and that's what these people are all about. And there's going to be a huge fundraiser coming up. Obviously, in order to be able to operate, you need money to do that,
Yes, sir.
and that's what this is all about. Well, not exactly. We're talking about, Connie's telling us, 15,000 veterans right here in the state of Ohio have some sort of brain trauma or injury. We're coming right back, so don't go away.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze, and he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his Micro-Pure Resurfacing Pads, Intensive Repair Serum, and Collagen Lift Moisturizer, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to Express Delivery. That's a $15 value, free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-615-5496. That's 1-800-615-5496. Order now.
Hey, welcome back. Once again, we're talking about Resurrecting Lives Foundation out of Columbus, Ohio. And it's a Dr. Gordon who really founded this organization, a medical physician, and who normally is with us, but today she was unable to make it. But we got two people that know a great deal. One on the board, the director, Eric is with us, of course. And we're talking about, obviously, in order to operate, you need money.
Yes. Now, we are a little bit different than a lot of nonprofit organizations. All of our administrative overhead and salaries are completely funded by a charitable trust. So every donation we get goes directly to serving veterans. 100%.
Boy, that's unusual.
100% of our donations go to
extraordinary.
Serving. Yes, it really is extraordinary, and that's because we have an extraordinary founder who made that happen, and that was very important to her that we do it that way. So we are having a fundraiser on May 9th. It's a Saturday right here in Mansfield at AMVETS Post 26 over on Main Street. It's their Rock and Roll Fest, and let me tell you, the bands that are going to be playing are phenomenal. We've got country, we've got western, we've got rock and roll, we've got blues, all great bands from all across Ohio, and it's only $5. You can go for the whole day.
Wow, and I'm seeing this thing runs from noon till midnight, so you've got all day long and well into the night to be part of this program. And as Connie just mentioned, it's only $5. $5, come on. That's terrific. Yeah.
And it's going to go, every penny that we make on this will go directly to helping veterans with traumatic brain injury. And as Eric said, our main focus, our main mission is to get them to work when they get out of the military, directly out of the military into a job.
Now, in your travels in Ohio, where else do you go and have this sort of thing taking place, as far as fundraisers are concerned?
I know that they've had quite a few fundraisers that have taken place. I know, a matter of fact, I know the AMVETS last year, they pretty much do this every year for us.
Yeah.
There are other, I believe there has been some other fundraisers. I apologize. Yeah. I just started working here in January, so I'm not real familiar with exactly what
newcomer.
I'm a new guy. Yes.
Okay. We've got events planned for Columbus and Cincinnati, and we're hoping to do some in other parts of the state because our veterans live all over the state.
Yes.
I guarantee you, whoever's watching today, there are veterans in their community.
But the one we're emphasizing tonight, of course, is AMVETS Post 26 right here on West 4th Street. Again, as Connie mentioned, all proceeds go to this benefit, this Resurrecting Lives Foundation. And once again, May the 9th, 2015, starting at noon, goes right to midnight, and you indicated that there's whatever your flavor of music is, it's going to be there.
Pretty much.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And Dino is telling me, Dean Krantz is telling me that there's going to be all kinds of food and entertainment.
Food, music, entertainment, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's right here at AMVETS 26.
Yeah, and you couldn't ask for more than that. So we're expecting thousands to be there, without a doubt.
And it's their 3rd annual.
Yeah.
So they know how to put this together beautifully.
Yeah, and they've
done it.
There's no question about it. And by the way, if you're concerned or sensitized, we all are, I know that, but this is a place where there's tons of parking, so that's not going to be an issue. If it is, we'll find some place for you to park, without a doubt. But anyway, that portion is taken care of. So it's only going to be $5. You are part of a very, very, very worthy cause. And thank you, people, for what you're doing.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
You know, there's nothing more rewarding than to help your fellow veterans get back to work. You know, we're used to working.
Yeah, I can understand that.
That's how we survived in the military, because we could work. Yeah. And we want to keep being productive when we get out of the military.
Now, my understanding is, too, that this is actually spreading nationwide. This foundation here is going nationwide.
Yes, we are focused right now in Columbus. And we are working with the Army out of Fort Bragg, one of the largest Army installations. We have a partnership with them. Our Director of Operations, Eric, goes down there and works with the, university?
We work quite closely with the leadership at Fort Bragg. You know, they recognize quite quickly that, you know, these veterans, one of the best ways to help them is to get them a job. You know, so we've worked quite closely with the leadership down at Fort Bragg, the transition universities, TBI clinics, and things like that. Along, obviously, Chrisanne has done a lot of work with them. Dr. Gordon has done a lot of work with them to assist us in developing this project. So.
And again, it's wonderful that the Army, and they should, I realize that, but their cooperation is extremely most helpful, and we're thankful for that particular issue. Facing the fact that you have all these veterans coming out of war, and they have major mental issues. Once again, we're talking about Resurrection Lives Foundation, and it's coming up. They're having a program at AMVETS Post 26, and we're talking about May the 9th. We're going to continue to talk about that. We need so badly for hundreds or thousands of you to come. Oh, we need the money. We'll be right back.
Are you getting the internet speed you need? That's me.
Yes! You cannot stop it!
Oh, your mom liked my post.
You're friends with my mom?
We all use it differently, so why should we get it all the same way? Now, you don't have to. With Time Warner Cable, you get speeds all the way up to ultra-fast 100 megs. With no data cap, no long-term contract, even Wi-Fi you can use at home and on the go. Call us today. Prices start at $14.99 per month. If you're not happy, we'll switch you back. No risk, no contract, no catch. Call 1-800-856-3315.
Whoa. Another?
Definitely.
Switching to Time Warner Cable is easy. Call us and find out about free installation and our 1-hour service window. See why so many people are switching. From $14.99 everyday low-price internet to 100 meg ultra-fast internet, we've got you covered. Even with Wi-Fi at home and on the go. Get it today with no long-term contract, no risk, no catch. Call us now. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Audiences of all ages are loving the Mansfield Symphony.
I thought it was great. A lot of collective talent, good show.
Amazing to know the talent came right here in Mansfield so we could enjoy an evening together.
Bring your whole family to the Mansfield Symphony's Tempest Tossed, May 2nd at 8 p.m. at the Renaissance Theater. Tickets available online at MansfieldTickets.com. Tempest Tossed is presented as a part of the Graham Auto Mall 1415 season.
Hi, I'm Shelley Kemper.
And I'm Sid Monty. We're your hosts for Bon Appetit on WMFD.
Join us every Tuesday night at 7 when we showcase the best restaurants right here in North Central Ohio.
We'll give you a video tour of the restaurants, share some of our favorite menu ideas, and check out the food.
That's right, then give you the chance to buy restaurant gift certificates at savings up to 50%.
Don't miss a week of the best tasting show on television.
That's right, WMFD's Bon Appetit, Tuesday nights at 7. Bring your appetite.
Hey, once again, welcome back. Resurrecting Lives Foundation right here in out of Columbus. The program is going to take place at AMVETS Post 26 on May the 9th, right here in Mansfield, Ohio. You know, one of the wonderful things about the program, let me tell you, lots and lots of people seem to be wanting to help veterans. But this organization is actually not only talking about it, they're walking it. They're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. So we have this employment program that we're working on. It involves we have a partnership with the United States Army at Fort Bragg. We have a 4-week preparation program for these soldiers before they get out of active duty. They get their medical assessment, they get their aptitude assessment. We train them and get them ready for work, and then after they separate, we make sure they have their first appointment with the VA, and we make sure that they get employment. And we work with the employer for 12 weeks.
Wow.
12 weeks. So this is a 16-week commitment. 12 weeks to make sure their managers and supervisors are trained to deal with soldiers who are used to working in a very structured environment and have gone through combat and have had a traumatic brain injury, so they know how to work with them there. But not only that, we're going to follow these soldiers for a whole year. In fact, one of the things we're going to use the funds we raise on May 9th is to provide the technology so we can interact with them on a weekly basis. It's a technology grant we're trying to raise, and we're going to follow them for a whole year. We're going to find out what works, what doesn't work, and what we need to do to improve their long-term employment options.
Yeah, and of course, obviously, this employment is a key issue.
It is a key issue. You know, like I said before, you know, one of the largest issues is that these veterans, they come out, they went into the military thinking they were going to better themselves, which obviously they do.
Yeah.
They get wounded. They're still young. They're still full of life. They've still got a lot of energy. They want to be a productive person in society. They don't want to come out and be another burden. So, you know, that getting that employment, getting that job, at the same time receiving that critical care that they may need, you know, is important. It's an important process, or important part of that step to getting out and getting that job and being a productive person of society again.
And the point of it is, you're going to be right there helping them for a whole year.
for a whole year. Wow. It's an extraordinary program, and I think because we have a physician who's a researcher in charge of this, she's approaching it like a scientist. We're going to set it up properly, we're going to design it properly, and then we're going to have follow-up. And everything we learn in that year is going to impact the 400,000 veterans nationwide that have traumatic brain injury.
Wow.
It's a phenomenal program. Yeah. It's really going to be impactful.
And it all started with this Dr. Gordon.
Yeah, because she's got a lot of vision and passion. Yeah. And if people come to AMVETS 26 on May 9th, they can help us make sure that this happens.
See, there you can help. You want to help veterans? Sure you do. Everybody wants to help veterans. Again, the bumper sticker reads, "If you love freedom, thank a veteran." And that's what this is all about. Only these are guys and gals that need help, and you're there to help them.
Yeah, we have the knowledge. We just have to have the means now to implement it.
Okay, and obviously this is what we've stated, that this is, as far as the AMVETS Post is concerned, this is the 3rd annual event. Yes. And my understanding is that in the past, of course, talking to Dean Krantz, this has been very, very successful here in Mansfield for the last 2 years.
Yes, and we're really hoping it'll continue to be successful, even more successful. Every year we seem to be getting stronger.
Sure. And more money, and that's what it's all about, obviously.
Right.
So obviously, again, as a client or a visitor or someone wants to be entertained, this is it. I mean, I'm going through here, and there's a whole list, and you're right. Whether you're a country western fan, or whether you're pop, or whether you're rock and roll.
And blues. We got blues, too.
Yeah. Once again, noon to midnight, all-day entertainment, AMVETS Post 26, Resurrecting Lives Foundation. Once again, we're talking about traumatic brain injury. It's research that this doctor has done for years, which is fantastic.
Yes, she's one of the national experts in traumatic brain injury, and it's the signature wound of our war. And so all of these veterans getting out, they need someone to help them so that they can recover from their injury and go on to the dignity of work.
Yeah, and that's what
point out too, that Dr. Chris Ann Gordon, that she's not a veteran. So that, I think, is a pretty amazing fact. Yeah. The fact that she has really nothing to gain from this outside of the fact that she had her own traumatic brain injury and had suffered and gone through and seen some of the things that we have had to go through, having those traumatic brain injuries. So I think it's important to point out that she's not a veteran. She's out there to help veterans because she knows what it's like to literally feel like you're out of your mind.
Okay.
And not too long ago, she spent a full year working with the Department of Defense and the VA, evaluating service personnel coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan. And because of her expertise in traumatic brain injury, the Pentagon knew that this was a problem. And she was on the front lines, examining and offering treatment protocols for our soldiers.
Isn't that marvelous?
Yeah, this is pretty.
Hey, don't go away. We're coming right back. Stay with us, won't you?
When winter weather strikes, North Central Ohio turns to WMFD.com for the latest in closings and delays. And now it's even better with the closing bell to your cell. Go to WMFD.com, register to get closing and delay notifications sent to your cell phone or email for free. We'll send closing notifications to your cell phone as soon as your school, business, or church post information to WMFD.com. Go to WMFD.com and click on Closings and Delays to sign up. Brought to you by Richland Bank.
Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? Hi, I'm George Foreman. People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can provide patent referrals and submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventors information, call 1-800-419-1906. That's 1-800-419-1906.
Hey, we're back. Once again, we're talking about a marvelous, fantastic program that's going to come up here on the 9th of November now at AMVETS POST. Yeah, did I say?
November.
November! Where did I get November? Let's try May, okay? May the 9th. Let me say that again. May the 9th. And that's going to be at AMVETS Post 26 right here, out here on West 4th Street. Rock and Roll Fest.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very excited about being here again for the 3rd year and greeting all the folks in Mansfield and listening to some great music. So the Resurrecting Lives Foundation, our major project is this employment initiative, but we do have a couple of other smaller programs that we're working on that are aside from what we're doing here in Mansfield. But one is just a community education program, going on shows like yours and visiting the American Legions and AMVETS and VFW posts throughout Ohio to educate people about this most significant wound from the current wars. Much different than our previous wars in Bosnia and Vietnam and Korea. This is the signature wound of this war. And we're also working with judges in the various veterans courts, as well as the prosecutors and defense attorneys, to make sure they know that when they have a veteran who comes in, they may very well have been afflicted with traumatic brain injury. And there are certain things that you need to do to get at the root of what has brought that veteran into contact with the criminal justice system.
Sure.
And we owe it to them. You know, Ohio law learned a long time ago that we're supposed to look into this and to offer special treatment options for veterans who come into contact with the law. And but a lot of them slip through the cracks.
Yeah, sure.
So we're doing a special education program to make sure we train the judges, the prosecutors, the lawyers, how to recognize signs of traumatic brain injury and what sort of steps to take to make sure they have a fair trial.
Yeah.
Because we all want, that's what America stands for, is justice.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I think it's an important point, too, that, you know, a lot of these veterans that are coming out, most of them, a lot of them don't realize till later on, months down the road, that they actually have a traumatic brain injury. You know, so a lot of times they're suffering with these issues, and they're not really actually certain what it is that they even have. A lot of times it's diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. So
and a traumatic brain injury could be caused by a direct blow to the head, but also by the blast waves from a bomb that goes off over there. So many of our veterans are involved with an IED, as they call them, those roadside bombs.
Sure.
And when the blast waves hit them, it compresses their heart, it concusses their brain. And if they're exposed to 4 or 5 of those, that's more severe than one blow to the head.
Hey, my time's up. Thank you very, very much for coming on. Thank you for what you're doing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about everyone. Everyone is welcome to Rock and Roll Fest May, how about that? I got it right, huh? The 9th, 2015. We're talking about AMVETS Post 26. And we're talking about only $5, only $5. There's food and noon to midnight, a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, and an extremely worthwhile cause. Help these veterans, won't you? Thank you very much. I'm Doug Baker. We're coming back next week for another great show like you saw tonight. Tell your friends and neighbors about this, won't you? Thanks a lot for being with us. We'll see you now, or next week, or the week after, I hope. And good night.
The most successful businesses know that time is money, and time flies. Don't waste precious time looking for employees when MansfieldAreaHelpWanted.com can do it for you. If you're trying to fill an opening, post a job to MansfieldAreaHelpWanted.com. It will show up in this area and we'll help you connect with qualified local candidates. This is our specialty. It's the only thing we do, so you can focus on your business. MansfieldAreaHelpWanted.com. Long name, amazing results.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at LiveUnite.